Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 12, episode 20. We can wrap this on up. Let's wrap this on up. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Now, I know that I did not review last episode, so I'm just gonna give my 2 cents. Rinna, girl gone. Kyle, you weren't missed at the event. Child, Kathy sat there unbothered. She said, listen, if Rinna has to hightail it out of here, then deuces. And Rinna can go on and kick rocks, honey, and don't come back around here no more. The party was a little bit boring, so I kind of don't blame Rinna for dipping out. You know, she can't do anything without Kyle. It was a roaring 20s theme. Erica, what in the Statue of Liberty meets, I don't know what the hell is going on. It's snowing in Pasadena. What's going on with that outfit? Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it for this episode. When the episode first opens up, Dorita's at home about to call Kyle, and she's negotiating with her daughter. She's like, Phoenix, listen, you're not going to be able to see Auntie Kyle, okay? Come back in 10 minutes. She was like, no, make it 5. She was like, no, come back in 7. No, make it 5. Honey, she going to come back in 5 minutes, child. She going to go. So she FaceTimes Kyle. And Kyle is on the set of Halloween. And so she's telling her about the party and Crystal and how Rinna left the party because she was upset at Kathy. So, you know, Kyle was like, well, Rinna was kind of telling me some of the things that, you know, Kathy was saying. And my thing is this. Why is Rinna trying to separate the sisters? You already know that there was a rift for years where they didn't speak. So for me, anybody that wants to insert themselves and cause my family strife, they can't be around me. Kyle, I don't know. I don't really understand your line of thinking because Rinna will be the first person out of the door. So Dorit tells Kyle that she thinks, you know, they can overcome it. And so Kyle said, you know, well, Rinna told me majority of what Kathy said was about me, but she didn't tell me what was said because she didn't want, you know, to hurt me. Well, why even bring it up? If Rinna didn't want to hurt you, then why bring it up? And how do you let somebody come in between you and your sister? Rinna is a jealous pot stirrer. Point blank and the period. So in the confessional, Kyle was just like, you know, I don't want to get to a place where I can't repair what happened because, you know, it would be horrible. So it's just best that I don't know. That is really awful for Rinna to plant these seeds, but y'all know she's doing it on purpose. This is her exact agenda. To take down Kathy. She wants to say Kathy was saying she wants to take down NBC and Bravo and Kyle and her family. I think it's the total opposite. I think that Rinna wants to take down Kathy. Moving forward. In the next scene, Erica is on the phone with her therapist, and you know, she says that she tells us that she's been seeing the therapist for 3 years, even before her and Tom actually got divorced. So they're on the FaceTime and they're talking about the marriage, and coincidentally, okay, now I don't know if this is just me that picked it up. The therapist is making sure to say that, you know, Tom wasn't who Erica Jane thought he was, and they were having problems in their marriage before she actually decided to divorce him. And I just thought it was all very fishy, if I must say so myself, honey. But I mean, maybe that's just me. So she's telling her that she basically needs to grieve the loss of her husband and the husband that she thought she knew, because that's not who Tom is. So Erica is telling us, you know, she never met anybody like Tom, and Tom was magic, but he could also be mean. So they do this flashback of Tom being magic and Tom being mean. He's giving Eminem, okay? And Erica saying that Tom was mean was a little bit laughable to me, because clearly you met your match, because you can be mean as hell. So I thought that that was funny. But I have to say this. I have never seen Erica Jane so on-camera ready. Like red blotches, uneven skin, no toner, like just complete Erica Girardi Jane, or whatever she want to be called, honey. A complete pretty mess. That's what I saw. And you know what? It humanized her, because I had never seen her like that. It's always glam this, pat the puss that. I don't care about anybody but myself. The car rolled 15 times. Like, it's always every time I repeat that, I tickle myself. Oh, honey. And Erica's a very pretty lady. A very pretty lady. But in this scene, This is more of what I want to see. I want to see this Erica. Moving forward. In the next scene, it's the day of Erica's pop-up shop, okay? Because y'all know she's selling the weaves and the wigs of it all. Inches and bundles, honey, for the Caucasian ladies. So she invited the ladies and their stylist over to have this little pop-up shop. Basically, it's an e-commerce shop. You can shop online, but they can come get their hands and their feel on, okay? So the ladies show up, as well as Sutton, which I was shocked. And Sutton was just saying, I want to see Erica win. I want her to be successful. I'm not sure why Sutton wants to be accepted so bad by Erica, but luckily the season is almost over. So if the two of them made up, then whatever. But Sutton, keep your good eye open, okay? Your good Southern eye open, since y'all like to bond over the Southern of it all. Side note, this is the best hair that Rinna has had in years, okay? Rinna, this is the best you've looked in seasons. So randomly, Elton John FaceTimes Diana. Girl, please close that phone, honey. That was so random and out of place. Elton John be in the mix, honey. Baby, Elton gonna be on an episode of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills if he don't do nothing else. You might as well give him a diamond. Diana, I hope to never see you again. Okay, I just want to say that since next week is the season finale. Diana Jenkins, I hope to never see you again. You brought absolutely nothing. You sit down and FaceTime Elton John. Okay. The thirst is real. Moving forward. So they pan over to Rinna and Dorit, and they're over there by the bar and they're talking. So she's telling Dorit that she doesn't know what to do with the feelings that she has about what Kathy said and what Kathy did. And Dorit is like, well, she knows she's wrong. She apologized for it. Rinna was like, well, she needs to say that to me. Okay. She needs to say it to me. And she tried to silence me. Okay, so we just see this text from Kathy saying for her to please not say anything or it will cause a scene and drag everyone into it. She's like, it was a really veiled threat. That text was definitely not a threat. Not a threat at all. Cut it out, Rinna. And now that I've seen the episode and, all the stuff that was said all over Instagram about the homophobic slurs and the racial slurs, we saw none of that. We heard none of that. Because some of this stuff that Rinna is about to say, to me, sounds elementary, my dear Watson. Honey, it sounds like what the kids say in elementary school. But y'all, we gonna get into it. But Rinna, that was not a threat. That was her saying, please don't tell the heifers, okay? Because if you tell the heifers what I said about Kyle, everybody gonna gang up on me. And it's gonna be even worse than it is when y'all don't want to do that conga line, okay? That's what I got from that text. Not you, she's trying to silence me. Girl, goodbye. Moving forward. So Rinna is saying Kathy is going on interviews, lying, saying that she was alone in the house when really she was there. Listen to me. If you aren't going to tell me exactly what was said and back it up with camera footage, I'm not believing nothing. Okay? At this point, it's just pure speculation. Yes, Kathy will admit later on in the episode that she apologizes for things that she said, but what things she said, we don't know. So I'm not taking Rinna's rendition of what she said because Rinna is a known and proven liar. So that's just that on that. So the ladies are all sitting down and they're talking, right? And I was thinking to myself, where is Garcelle? But they tell us later on where she is. And also I was thinking, and this is what I forgot to mention when I was doing that quick recap of last episode, why is Cherie here? She can go and not return as well. You and Diana Jenkins can go together. Okay, I feel like you want Garcelle's spot. That's how I'm feeling. Plus, it was all around tacky for you to sign your name to that birthday card. Honey, tacky. You can't afford to bring a gift? If not, then don't sign your name to one that was not purchased by you. Who does that? Plus, I don't fully trust that she won't turn on Garcelle if given the right opportunity. I just don't trust it. The way she was sitting in the mix with these ladies, something about it I just don't trust. So Dorit starts talking about the night at the club, right? And apparently, Kathy got mad because they wouldn't play Billie Jean. So Cherie was like, well, off with her head. Because who wouldn't play Billie Jean? Here go Crystal. I wouldn't. Ma'am, it's the king of pop. Why wouldn't you play Billie Jean? Crystal said, so they don't know that it's a problem these days to play Billie Jean. But who am I to say anything? I'm just a millennial. Well, honey, I'm a millennial as well. Okay, me and you are the same age. So why is it not appropriate for them to play Billie Jean? Did I miss something? Because, honey, cancel culture is in full effect, honey, from the grave, from the great beyond. You get canceled no matter if you're dead or alive. So what exactly are we doing with Michael's music? Because it's still being played today's date, honey. Maybe I'm The panorama got me confused. Y'all comment down below and tell me if we cancel Michael. Moving forward. So Doree was like, I tried to tell Kathy, it's not personal. So Erica was like, Diana paid the DJ $200. That's how it's done. She's like, yeah, I mean, she should know the game. She was born into the game. I learned it later. Kathy Hilton grew up with Michael Jackson. So I am sure she is not that pressed to have the DJ play him. If he didn't want to play him, that's his business. But ain't nobody about to pay him to play no song. Girl, you can listen to it on the iPod. Child, they still got the iPods. Is it the iPods or the AirPods now, child? I don't know. So Erica's like, no, she married into the game. I mean, we all did. Erica is so jealous. It's oozing out of her pores. You and Rinna are jealous. And it makes you sick that she is Kathy the Hilton. And of course she married into it. But she didn't marry into a lawsuit. She ain't marry into a case where she has to hold her head down when she walks through airports. Moving forward. So they said basically Diana paid the server to bring them drinks because they were waiting there for hours. Was it Kathy's tequila? Because that's what she wants y'all to drink, honey. So if y'all pay $200 and y'all didn't drink her tequila, no wonder she stormed up out of there, honey. That's the real problem. That's what she really mad about. How y'all clowned her all weekend. Let's not forget that. Because y'all are making it seem like everything was honky-dory, okay? And y'all were just going through this whole little Aspen trip, which was boring, by the way. And all of a sudden, Kathy just flipped out. Let's revisit. Kathy shows up, house slippers and robe in tow. Kyle decides to ask, did you go through the airport like that? Oh my God, look at how my sister went through the airport. It's a mess. Put her down in the basement on some bunk beds. Y'all go and gather together. Then she says, hey, would you guys try my tequila? I don't drink tequila. Oh, tequila, I might throw up. Oh no, I could never. Not even Erica. Erica, I want to drink every chance I get Jane. She didn't want any. So Kyle basically sat in the corner and laughed when Kathy tried to present said tequila. We get on over down to the Ponderosa at Kemosabe's, get to lighting the hats on fire and whatnot. They have a bar. Kathy proceeds to say, they have my tequila. Rinna proceeds to order, can I have the 818 tequila? It's my friend Kendall Jenner's tequila. Girl, you don't know that lady, honey. Okay, Kendall is not your friend. You just want to name drop because you were associated with the Kardashians via your daughter hanging out with Scott. Okay? Nobody cares about your affiliation through Lord Disick. We don't give a damn. Not only did she order the 818, she did it right after Kathy clearly stated that her tequila was in the building. So y'all miss me with the whole, well, I mean, Kathy just had this meltdown. I just can't believe it. And it was all because Billie Jean is not my lover. Y'all please stop. Just stop. Moving forward. And Diana, I'm so happy you feel so cool. I mean, I learned the game early on. Lick, lick, lick. Okay, we got it. So Cherie said, well, you know, outside, Kathy was on the phone and she was agitated. She was shaking. Here go Rinna. No. So she was shaking. It all started earlier in the day. Girl, you were there. Stop acting oblivious. Something is wrong with Rinna. Something is really wrong with her. Like, what is wrong with you? Girl, sit back and hush. She's like, so hearing this just lets me know that ordering Kendall's tequila set her off because she's so jealous of the Kardashians. Rinna. I highly doubt Kathy Hilton of the Hiltons is jealous of the Kardashian clan. I highly doubt it. I don't know why Rinna acts like Kathy is a handmaiden. I don't know why you're acting like she somehow just weaseled her way into the circle. First of all, Kathy is not jealous of her sister or of the Kardashians. First, she was jealous of Kyle and her family. Now she's jealous of the Kardashians, which is laughable, okay? Because how is she jealous of Kris and them? Do you know their claim to fame? Oh, okay. Moving forward. So then Rinna tells them, you know, I mean, she said something about all of you. All of you. She said in her, this is what Rinna is saying in the confessional. She said Crystal and Sutton are a piece of and should be fired. Well, I mean, Crystal can go. Crystal can go. So Dorit said, well, she said she didn't say anything about me. Rinna said, she said Dorit was an idiot. Okay, so if these are the things she was saying, this sounds like grade school stuff. You acted like it was a scene from The Godfather. Those soaps really have messed you up, Rinna. It doesn't sound like that big of a deal. All the heifers have said things. But the only difference is Erica has said it to their face. So, I mean, exactly what is going on here? The things that Rinna is saying sound so made up. She said her and Garcelle got it easy. Now, that part I do believe, okay? Because she like her some Garcelle. She was going to call her and talk to her about the toothless and homeless or the homeless and toothless. She thinks Garcelle is Kyle. So, I believe that she didn't go in on Garcelle because she likes Garcelle like that. But it's mighty funny that you say she didn't go in on Garcelle, but all over the internet for months, you have been talking about this Aspen trip and about her saying racially charged things, but she didn't go in on Garcelle. Make it make sense, Rinna. Like, make it all add up. Child is giving foolish. So then they started trying to figure out why Kathy was not there. Why, Rinna? So you and your wig can run out like you did last time, like you saw a ghost? Why are you worried about her being there? So Rinna goes, yeah, you know what? I've sent her blessings and prayers through my heart because she truly needs help. She needs it. Here you go, Erica. You're so evolved. Girl. There is nothing, and I do mean nothing, evolved about Rinna. Even her hairstyle hasn't evolved from the damn 80s. She's so evolved. Oh my goodness. Sutton was like in her confessional, I mean, I don't know. Does Lisa pray? And she prays, all right. She prays on innocent people. Preys. She definitely ain't doing no praying, honey. She ain't doing no amen. I'm telling you right now. And I wouldn't want you praying over me. Because you know, some people pray destruction over your life. Some people pray negativity over your life. Don't pray over me, honey. You can't ask for everybody's prayers. Child, absolutely not. In the next scene, Kathy comes over to Kyle's house. And it's their first time seeing each other, you know, since the trip. And Kyle says, you know, with their history, it isn't easy with them. So they show these flashbacks of, you know, things that have happened in the past. And these flashbacks made me remember all of their old faces. It's just crazy. I totally forgot. Kathy does seem a little guilty, though, in this setting. Because, baby, she giving Kyle her bracelets and everything. She's like, take them. I'm hot. Girl, the bracelets are not making you hot, Kathy. Okay? They ain't making you hot, child. So she tells Kyle that she apologizes, you know, because she was ranting. Because Kyle was making fun of her. So Kyle was like, how am I the bad guy? Like, your jokes are just as harsh as mine. Kyle, every time you get Kathy in front of the group, you start talking about what she's wearing, how she travels, what she does. She hid your purse. You're going to be fine. Okay? She was like, I feel like Kathy is just using that as an excuse. So Kyle tells her, you know, she felt like she was embarrassed because Kathy was talking to her crazy in front of the group. And she didn't care who was around. And that's her first time doing that. Kathy immediately apologized. She apologized for what she said at the house. And Kyle was like, well, why did you say those things? She said them because of that tequila. And you showing out with your little friends. You have absolutely no loyalty. That's why she said that. She was like, well, I was overtired. I was stupid, along with the altitude. I had 2 glasses of wine. I just lost it. So Kyle said that she appreciated the apology. And she was like, you know, I just didn't feel like I have support from my sister. So Kyle is crying. And Kathy is like, Kyle. Okay. When Kathy was doing that, this let me know that this family needs intensive therapy. All 3 of the sisters together. It's some childhood trauma there. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not any of those things. But something is there and they need to work through that. And Kyle, you're screaming about support and you didn't support your sister when she was there presenting her tequila. You made fun of her every chance you got. So I really don't want to hear it. So Kyle tells Kathy, you know, I have to keep people at arm's length when people are hurting me, including my blood. But you don't keep these heifers at arm's length. Oh, that's rich. So Kathy was like, you know, I just feel like I'm a pest when I try to call you. I try to call you over and over. You never answer the phone. So Kyle tells us that Kathy calls to rant and sometimes she doesn't want to hear it. And when she calls her, she proceeds to call her with a text message first, letting her know that she's about to call. And it makes Kyle get anxious and she doesn't want to talk about it or talk to her. Now I understand you're not wanting people to dump on you constantly because it's like, listen, girl, I'm going through something, so I don't want to hear you ranting, but what are sisters for? Because you have no problem sitting on a FaceTime listening to Erica cry about stuff that makes no sense. You have no issue coming down on Sutton because she's not falling to her knees when Dorit had her robbery. You have no issue going to Dorit's house immediately upon anything happening to her. She could literally break a nail and you will run to where Dorit is But your sister, you cannot care to be bothered? Oh, okay. Moving forward. So Kathy then tells her that she's a great wife and a mother. And of course, Kyle needed to hear that. So they hug and they're crying. And Kyle was like, have you talked to any of the other ladies? And she's like, yeah, I talked to everybody except Erica. So Kyle was like, well, Rinna is coming over so you guys can, hash it out or talk about it. Why does she need to talk to Rinna and why do they need to have a face-to-face? No. In the next scene, Sutton is at home and she's eating Popeyes. Hey, girl. And Erica shows up. Baby, Sutton is my kind of girl, honey. Popeyes on fine china. Child, I love it. But hell must have frozen over. Or it's snowing in Pasadena, honey, one or the other, since Erica has crossed the threshold. I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm not buying it. Okay, I'm not buying it. So Erica said, I'm just tired of fighting. I'm just really tired of it. So they sit down at the table amongst the Popeyes of it all, and Sutton is asking her not to lash out. And she was like, I started out really soft. Girl, when? Side note, I know that y'all are talking, but cold Popeyes is no bueno. Honey, y'all need to eat. Eat something, honey. Pick up a fry. Pick up something. Y'all don't want no cold Popeyes, honey. It ain't going to be what you think it's going to be. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So Sutton is like, yeah, we like each other in a dysfunctional way. Okay, Sutton. Now, I don't want to hear you crying at the reunion when she's back to Erica Jane and her Erica Jane ways. Okay, I don't want to hear it. And I'm not going to act like you're not even crying. I'm going to skip right on over it. Moving forward. So Rinna shows up finally, and Kathy fills her in on what's been happening and what her and Kyle were talking about. And so Kathy apologizes to Rinna, and she was like, I said things that I shouldn't have said. So Rinna wanted to know, what triggered you? So Kathy said, I don't have a temper. Okay, now, Kathy, everybody has a temper. Now, whether you have a bad temper, that's something different, but everybody does have a temper. So Rinna is like, well, you had a temper that day, and I think you need help. And you said something about everybody. You really need help. So Kathy is just sitting there staring a hole through Rinna. Kathy said, it was just the 3 days. They were jam-packed with things, but I feel like you can be unkind as well. She said, oh, you want to go there? See, this is what I'm talking about. This whole episode, first of all, it was boring. Number 2, it gave nothing. Because what is this right here? Like, girl, anyway. So Kathy starts crying, okay? And Rinna is like, you can have your tears, but you're not going to gaslight me. I'm not one of those. It's not going to work on me, Kathy. It's not going to work. Rinna said, do you remember me locking myself in the bedroom? Kathy was like, no. I do not remember you locking yourself in no bedroom. So in the confessional, Kathy was like, I can't imagine anybody scaring Rinna. She got physical with my sister Kim. Yes, please remind the people in the back, honey. Please remind them, honey, because they're quickly forgetting. Some of them think Rinna is this angel and she's not. And you can tell who's just started watching from last season on, or who just started watching when Garcelle joined the cast, honey, because Rinna has always been a hellraiser. So Rinna goes, you're angry. Y'all know she loved to say that. Shout out to Denise. She was like, you're angry and at this beautiful sister of yours. First of all, Kyle, why are you just sitting there like a deer caught in headlights? Really and truly, I'm going to tell y'all what I really think. I think that Kyle wanted Rinna to say all those things. Those are all the things that she is too afraid to say to Kathy herself. That's what I really think. But Rinna, cut the crap. You want to come in between family. And Kyle, don't let Rinna do that. If you can forgive Erica Jane, you can forgive your sister. Rinna wants to cause strife in your relationship. And when all is said and done, Kathy and Kim will be there when this show is over. I'm telling you right now. I'm speaking directly to you, Kyle. So Kathy admits again that she didn't handle herself well. And so Kyle starts crying because she's like, I don't want like this issue between the two of you. So Rinna's like, look, you got to figure out why you have a black heart. Okay. And scene. Come on out, honey. Come on out. The director, the producer. A black heart, Rinna. She has a black heart. You are the last person to be speaking on black hearts. So Kathy was like, I'm not having another discussion with you. And she gets up and leaves, which I don't blame her because, honey, you're not about to sit here and tell me I have a black heart and then I'm just supposed to accept it. I'm gone. Kyle, you should have escorted Rinna out as well. So they're sitting there and they're talking and Rinna's like, well, that didn't go too well. Kyle, get Rinna out of your home and out of your business. And that was the end of the episode. Child, this is a mess. We waited all this time for this huge thing in Aspen to happen. All for whatever was said, for Kathy to take accountability and responsibility for it, and for Rinna to act like she was in a scene from the soaps. Child, I don't have time to play. Next week is the season finale, and it could not come soon enough. Goodbye and good riddance. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.